Hey, half the man I used to be. We've got G.I. Jones Classified Cobra. Man, I was once a man. Cobra Commander, once a man. This was the SDCC exclusive. He does everything there. He even has a number. Yeah, let's number everything. So I want to thank Captain Cash, Capt Cash. I can't remember how they want that said. He went to SDCC and I sent, hey, think you could pick me one of these up? And thus far, it's still been a good venture. Had to pay for shipping, paid a little more. Because I did not get one on Hasbro Pulse. I did not get one from anyone else. He shipped it in the box that it came with, which was like a brown basic box. Box got smashed, so I have a smashed box. Luckily, I don't collect boxes anymore. So yeah, I'm selling my a couple of the other ones I do have a box because I'm like, well, this is it. Here we go. We got Once a Man. This is a lenticular cover, so that's pretty neat that it does that. Opens up to this, showing off the figure. Back is the same, pretty much. It's one of the two things there. And then, I don't know if this is glow in the dark or something, but it looks like it might be. And there's our Cobra Law with Cobra Commander getting... Classic Cobra Commander getting hit there. I kind of done with the regular G.I. Joe figures. I think I've got all the ones that I want. So there's a couple of them. I think Dial Tone, a couple other guys that are coming out, but there's not a lot. And now they're re-releasing them all in retro style. I don't like them. Not a fan. So, I liked the first wave of weird Fortnite-y looking Joes. I mean, they went a little far. We'll get into that. But for the most part, these figures are... these are fine. This takes off of his more classic look. I don't think... we're getting any more versions of this Cobra Commander ever again, so this was kind of a one-and-done situation. Take it over here. I do think, however, hopefully we'll get Battle Armor, because Battle Armor was my favorite. One of the few that I actually had was Battle Armor. The worst plastic on the planet, sorry about that. And hey, we got plastic back. All it took was us not buying their product for a year, and then they realized that maybe they shouldn't try to do that. I actually don't care about plastic. Just make it recyclable easily, and I'll toss it in there if I don't want it. I also feel like, not to break off from this too much, I also feel like we should be, they should be offering these figures in two forms. Retailer specific, so you can get the packaging and all that stuff, and then send it to me in a box, of a brown box. I don't care, because that is how I like these. I do not need to have this packaging. In fact, the packaging drives me nuts sometimes, because I just want to throw it out, but oh, it looks so neat, I can't throw that out. I just want to throw it out. I just want to throw the packaging out. I'm done with it. So previously, Cobra Commander, he experimented with some stuff, made himself more snaky. If you pay attention to the Cobra Law storyline of G.I. Joe the movie, which was my favorite thing growing up, because I really did not like a lot of the G.I. Joe stuff, and then they brought out the Cobra Law portion, and I'm like, what? They're snake people that lived on the planet before us, and we took over, and we're the monkey people? This is amazing. And then to find out that most of the fandom hates it because they're toxic crybabies is a little A little annoying. And guess what? Two things can happen. Like, Joes can fight non-snake people, and then they can also fight. Like, you could do both. Like, having only one enemy is dumb. Like, I liked it when in the 90s they had the other bad guys. Can't really remember their name now. Venom? Yeah, I think it was Venom. Or whatever the bad guys were. The dude with the Jason mask. I think all those guys are really cool. And they should be in this series as well. So we've got Arbok here. He comes with this, which I'm assuming is to hold his gun. Maybe that goes back here. Yeah. Inoculation gun looking thing here. Pretty nifty. Pretty nice. It does fit there. And then he comes with a bunch of guns. So, a bunch of gun holding stuff. So he's got this. He's got 2 fists. As you see here. And then, of course, his pointy hand, which is probably what I'm going to put in here because I don't need any gun hands. It's actually kind of rare for them to give us these, so I'm kind of happy that we got them. Once a man! And then, of course, you've got this, which is the full helmet, which you can put on him. Get that kind of look, which I don't know why you would. And then this is like it came off cracked helmet. I don't think... I actually don't know if this comes off. I don't believe it does. I think it's glued in there. I mean, it's pretty rubbery, but yeah, it's glued in there. So you've got that. I guess he just holds this over here to be like, I was once a man's. Look like a man. And there we go. We got a basic diaphragm joint. Got a little bit of a swivel here. A lot of rubbery parts. Not really happy about that. Does still have the drop down hip of most Joe fame. Slide that knife right in there. And that's part 1. So that is the gist of the Once a Man version of this. He does come with a couple of nice things that kind of work. I do like having that extra gun hand, although he does not come with that gun to use, which is a little weird that he doesn't come with a gun. But this is the real thing. So this is the V1 roadblock. The only roadblock we've gotten that's like this fits it. You can see they got pins, so that is a little bit of a thing. That face, it leaves a little bit to be desired. I should have picked up the Mark II that they did of this, but I think the skin tone was different, so it wouldn't have worked anyway. But swapping that out. Yeah. But this is what people hated, was the fact that they had this gold, and I love it. I love the embellishments. I love how weird it is. It is G.I. Joe to me. Now, reason I bring him out, and you can see my stand I got there. I'll be selling these at Joe Fest, if you're there. Is because of this guy. This is the full-on Cobra Commander hath turned into a snaky man. So this is supposed to, in the movie, I think what, Roadblock gets blinded and he has to help Cobra Commander get around. So, but I don't know how people are getting this wrapped around him. I've seen it, and then I'm like, oh, that looks real cool. And then I got the figure, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to get that wrapped around this big dude? I mean, it is pretty rubbery. Get me around there. looks like I might have done it. Ah, ah. And there we go. We got ourselves that. This roadblock is missing the white arms, which I meant to buy an additional, well, I can't remember his name now. Bazooka. I meant to buy an additional bazooka, and I just forgot to, because I was gonna swap his arms and chest out and have like a proper, I think it was V3 roadblock. Even though this one was the first one that came out. One thing I do also want to say is I have fixed this, so this is no longer a 3D printed part. I'm going to be using acrylic posts and gluing them in to go right there. That way, if I ship them, I can just ship you the 2 pieces, and you just got to glue it in. Unfortunately, that is the best way to do it, because if you ship them with it, it breaks off. But there we go. We got once a man and once kind of a man. I'm very glad to have this, so thank you, Cash, for picking that up for me. Box aside, which it was a little bit of a bummer, but then I'm like, great, now I could get rid of this box. I don't have to keep it. It's definitely a good pickup. I hope everyone can get this, because it has been not easy to get on Hasbro Pulse. But I think Serpentor was a little hard to get too. Not all of the SDCC, not all the SDCC stuff is hard to get, but some of it is harder than others, which is a little weird. But yeah, glad I still have this roadblock as well. And hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, go ahead and like that video, wherever the like is down there somewhere. Comment and say how stupid I am for liking the G.I. Joe movie. Please do it. I will fight you. And then if you want to see more, subscribe. That would be nice. I'm Alpha Magnus. Them's be toys.